going to make sourdough? Of course, we're going to start from scratch with the sourdough starter. I already have the dough that I mixed a few hours ago. I have a dough that I made yesterday, ready to be baked for a customer. So I wanted to embrace and take advantage of this opportunity to show how I make my own sourdough. So before we do anything, please subscribe to any channel you are watching this from: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever apps, the new app that I'm using right now, because it's wonderful. It gives you the opportunity to share simultaneously your content all over the platform that you have subscribed to the apps. So it's fantastic. But what is apps? Apps, it's an app that offers free world-class broadcasting tool. And it's got a big community eager to collaborate, and a simple way for viewers to support creators financially. That's very important to understand. You can, and if you subscribe to this app called Apps, you get 100 coins straight away that you can use to support the audience, not the audience, the streamers and the creators that you follow and love. But let's start from the last bit that we need to do, which is making bread. And I'm going to show you right now. So this is the loaf that I made, okay, that I made last night. It's ready to go. Now I put it onto this one. I put it in the fridge for 3-4 hours to keep the shape. And now we score it deeply, okay. I just decided to do a square. And now I'm going to put it in the oven. Come with me. Let's go. I'm lucky enough that I have an oven outside so my house doesn't get hot by making it. So I'm going to show you the oven now. Here we go. I hope you can see it. Here we go. You can see it now. Of course, this is my baking vessel. But if you don't have a baking vessel, you shouldn't be afraid, because you can use foil and cover your bread with foil. That will keep enough moisture in the baking vessel to be able to bake properly, because you need steam. You need steam to bake your bread. It's very important that you use steam. So now 200 degrees, because this oven is pretty strong, for about 40 minutes. And then I'm going to keep it out at around, I'm going to remove the lid and bake it for another 20 minutes, 15 minutes, we'll see, until at least it's nice and crunchy. Okay. But now let's make the dough. Okay, let me read the messages. I am from Adelaide, Australia. Just for you to know, I'm actually originally Italian. I've been a chef since I was 15. I'm 34. On Tuesday I'll be turning 35. And yes, I moved to Australia in 2012, July 2012. So I've been here for a while now, for almost 9 years. We're very lucky as well. COVID doesn't hit us very hard. We're very lucky. Yeah, very, very, very lucky. But let me grab a bowl. Okay, bowl, kale, flour, salt. I'm going to show you the flour that I use. This is wonderful flour. Flinders Ranges from South Australia, local, 20 kilo. And the producer also delivers it to you once a week if you want to. So amazing. Amazing relationship with him. He's a very cool guy. He's a very cool guy, and he loves eating good food. So he produces and grows the wheat to make the flour, which is unbelievable. So we need water, salt, starter, proving basket. We got everything in a bowl. So now, let me grab my spoon. First thing that I put in my bowl, I'll show you now. See if you can see properly. Yes, perfect. I think that's it. Wonderful. So now, first thing, I put water, and I'm gonna do a very simple recipe. The recipe that I teach everybody, the recipe that I want everybody to try at home if you are a beginners, because it's the most simple one. So we've got 280, 290 grams of water, and then if we need more, we will add. Let's see, 290. Then we have 100 grams of sourdough starter, which basically equals to 50 grams of flour and 50 grams of water. That's it. We clean the spoon. Now we can put the spoon in there, stir a bit, just to dissolve these beautiful ingredients that are contained into the sourdough starter. In this case, this is a wholemeal starter, bubbly. And then we got salt, 12 grams. I use Himalayan peak salt. 9, 11, 12. Perfect. And now we go in with 400 grams of flour. That's it. We keep one a bit on the side just in case we need to do things. Put the flour away. Put the scale away. So now I put all the ingredients together. You don't have to fuss around in putting the starter later, making an outerlize. You're a beginner. You just want bread to be made at home. And then we got into science, when you're already able to do a perfect bread. So you don't need a big amount of knowledge to make bread. If you want to do a sophisticated bread, you will need knowledge. That's all. So now we mix this one. I use a wooden spoon. You can use a Danish spatula. You can use your hands. You can use anything that you like. Okay. And you can really make this bread very easily with everybody. So the amount of water that I will use compared to the amount of water that you will use might be different depending on the strength of your flour. Okay, depending if you use more wholemeal flour, depending if you use more fiber in your flour, if you use rye, if you use kamut, if you use spelt, because every flour absorbs in a different way because of the amount of gluten contained into the flour. That's why we consider a flour strong or weak in relation to the amount of gluten they have. This one doesn't want to go away. Anyway, let's see. Done. Now we use our hand to slightly mix all the ingredients through, making sure that all the flour has absorbed the water that was contained in the recipe. Okay, you don't need for half an hour. That's the beauty of sourdough, or at least this is the method that I like to teach people, because most of the people that are baking nowadays are ladies, especially in their 60s or 70s, and they don't have much strength, unfortunately. So I had to develop a way that's probably been using for centuries, for millenniums, thousands of years, to make bread easily at home with cheap ingredients and easy to be made. So that's it. That's the dough ready. The flour is being absorbed perfectly. The water is Now I'm gonna use my scraper just to scrape the sides to make sure that everything is being mixed through, because this is part of the recipe. And now we are going to cover it with a tea towel if you want to. See? That's it, done. There are no lumps, there are no big pieces of flour around, which is the most important thing. Here we go. Now we leave this one relaxing for about 2 to 3 hours, and then we go back to it. After 2 to 3 hours, your dough will look like this. Okay, you can see, and it's completely different. Look, this one. I only mixed the ingredients. I did the same as you did there, as I did there. But look already how stretchy that is. So what we're gonna do? We're just gonna fold it like that. That's what you're gonna do after 3 hours since you made the dough. And look at that. Look at this. How stretchy this is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Of course, with a bit more time will be even better because it's ripping in some spots. But look at this. Look how shiny that is already. So this is ripping here because the gluten has not developed a bit still, so we can leave it a bit longer. But this is ready. This is a perfect dough. Okay, that's done. So now we just need to wait for the bread in the oven to bake. Let me wash my hands and I'll be back with you guys. So you see, in 5 minutes, we made a sourdough loaf ready to go. And it's just a matter of organizing yourself to with your own lifestyle. That's the key. That's the key of baking sourdough. Organize yourself in your own life rhythm, in with your own tempo, and just produce sourdough at home. But if you want to know more, please go and visit my YouTube channel, Healthy Nasty Kitchen TV. You find plenty of videos there where you can learn how to make sourdough at home, how to make different preparations such as brioche, panettone, croissant, focaccia, pizza, anything really. And if you actually have any idea or any recipe that you would like me to develop or try for you, please write it in the comment wherever you are at the moment watching this one. And what else? Nothing. I wish you a happy Saturday. I hope you learned something from this little thing. But I love you so much. Thank you for watching. I'm grateful that you are so loyal, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye, guys. See ya.